Hello and welcome to Adventures in One Love. I'm your host Lydia, and today we have a fun episode for you. We're going to be sharing some children's books that celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. I came across some great books in Target on one of their displays for Hispanic Heritage Month, and they celebrate amazing Latino authors and illustrators, and we wanted to make sure we shared them with you. And so stay tuned at the very end of this video for your chance to win a great prize celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. I am excited to bring to you a special episode today. It is Hispanic Heritage Month that we're celebrating September 15th through October 15th. And we decided to do something a little different. We wanted to celebrate Latino creators, authors and illustrators that were making an impact in the literary world. So I actually was pleasantly surprised. I visited Target on a regular shopping trip I had to make, and I came across a really beautiful little section that was celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. And I picked up a couple of their books. So I just wanted to introduce you to them. You can get them at Target. You can buy them online at target.com. This is not a sponsored video. And we don't have their permission necessarily, but we wanted to really just share that they did a really great job exposing some of the great work that's being done. So with that, I wanted to first introduce you to Dancing Hands. Dancing Hands is how Teresa Carreño played the piano for President Lincoln. And this is such a touching book. It is a really beautiful story. We'll show you a couple pages from it, so you might see some of those clips now. But I'm just gonna read the inside cover for you. As a little girl, Teresa Carreño loved to let her hands dance across the beautiful keys of the piano. If she felt sad, music cheered her. And when she was happy, the piano helped her share that joy. Soon, she was writing her own songs and performing in grand cathedrals. Then, a revolution in Venezuela drove her family to flee to the United States. Teresa felt lonely in this unfamiliar place, where few of the people she met spoke Spanish. Worst of all, there was fighting in her new home too, a civil war. Still, Teresa kept playing, and soon she grew famous as the talented piano girl who could play anything from a folk song to a sonata. So famous, in fact, that President Abraham Lincoln wanted her to play at the White House. Yet, with the country torn apart by war, could Teresa's music bring comfort to those who needed it most? So it's a beautifully illustrated book. This book was written by Margarita Engle. She is a Cuban-American author of many acclaimed books, including 2 other collaborations with Rafael Lopez. She lives in Central California, and you can visit her at margaritaengle.com, and we'll make sure that we link that below. The illustrator, the book is beautifully illustrated. It's by Rafael Lopez. Rafael divides his time between Mexico and California, and you can visit him at rafaellopez.com. So make sure you check them out, and make sure that you either go to Target in the store or target.com, and you can check out Dancing Hands. So the next book I picked up was Peace. This book is just lovely. It's a poem. It's a really easy read and really a beautiful nighttime story. This is probably what I would do, is read it to my babies, but now my babies are teenagers. They won't let me read to them anymore. But this book is written by Baptiste Paul and Miranda Paul, and it's illustrated by Esteli Meza. So peace lets the smallest of us have a voice. From saying hello and pronouncing your friend's name correctly to giving more than you take and saying, I'm sorry. This simple concept book explores definitions of peace and actions small and big that foster it. Baptiste Paul grew up in St. Lucia. He loves sports, likes to roast his own coffee and grills. Miranda Paul has written more than a dozen children's books and has received several international awards, and lives with her family in Wisconsin, USA. Esteli Meza grew up surrounded by books and was already developing an early love for illustrations. Today, Esteli lives in Mexico City, spends her time drawing, and always has a notepad and pen in hand. So they are the authors and illustrators of the book Peace. Now this one is called If Dominican Were a Color, and it's written by Sili, Recio, and it's illustrated by Brianna, McCarthy. And this one is so special to me because my daughters, they are half Puerto Rican and half Dominican. And so this is something that even on the Dominican side of their family, they see the full rainbow of all of their different relatives. And so this book just brought me joy to see that celebrated. And so if Dominican were a color, it would be the sunset in the sky, blazing red and burning bright. If Dominican were a color, it'd be the roar of the ocean in the deep of the night, with the moon beaming down, rays of sheer delight. This lilting lyrical read aloud is a gentle reminder that the palette of a nation is never just one hue, but as wide a range as nature itself. And so you'll get to see, we'll show you a couple pages in this book too. It's just beautiful. Sili Recio is an Afro-Dominican storyteller, disruptor, and mommy. She earned a bachelor's degree in psychology from Rollins College, that's my alumni as well, and entered the world of social media via her blog in 2010. Sili lives in Florida with her daughter, the Frog Princess, and tries not to pass on her love of café con leche to her child. She is failing. You can visit her at silirecio.com. Brianna McCarthy is a mixed media visual communicator working and living in Trinidad and Tobago. She is a self-taught artist who aims to create a new discourse examining issues of beauty, stereotypes, and representation. Visit her at briannamccarthy.com. So as we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, we just wanted to introduce you to some of these authors and illustrators. We wanted to share some of the great work that they are bringing for our children and even for our communities. We also wanted to bring you a really fun giveaway. So you have the opportunity to win. This is a beautiful part of the display for Latino Heritage Month. This is by designer Reina Castellanos. Reina Castellanos is the owner, designer, and illustrator of Reina vs. Reina, and she's an Orlando-based artist specializing in whimsical, quirky illustrations and small stationery and giftable accessories. So we are offering the opportunity for you to win this beautiful set of coffee mugs and some of our partners' 100% Puerto Rican coffee from Hacienda Tres Angeles. So you'll get either ground or whole bean coffee and these beautiful mugs in a gift set. If you make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and in the comments below, make sure you leave your Instagram handle so we can find you and enter you into the drawing for this awesome set. We want to thank you for celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with us. It's a privilege to be able to bring this information to you. If you know that this channel could be a blessing to someone else, make sure you share it. Let people know the work that One Love Media is doing. Adventures in One Love, we're excited to hopefully get back to Puerto Rico soon. Go and visit the Hacienda, support Puerto Rico. We also want to make sure that you check out some of the past videos that we've done in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. Check out the videos where we highlighted Lady Lee, poet and owner of the Poet's Passage in Old San Juan. So make sure you like those videos and check us out. Thanks so much for joining us on Adventures in One Love. God bless you, and remember, it starts with one and it starts with you.